Hello Gemini, welcome to February 2018. Thanks so much for being here. I don't really know where to begin with you guys. For any of you who have been with me for any length of time knows that I have a really hard time with Gemini energy, and when I do the Gemini readings, I have to be like so in the zone. And when we had this Mercury Saturn conjunction that just happened, it was like, this is not happening. I'm just gonna skip Gemini. I'm gonna keep going because like there's no way that I can tap into what they're going through right now, because it's like what a Gemini would hate the most would be to be like slowed down and to have their ruling planet with Saturn. It's just like this terrible stuck energy, and I could not, like, the reading was just super not happening. And I think with your reading though, and in the transits that you're going through, and we're all going through the same kind of transits, but they're happening in very soft places of your chart, you know, kind of like the 6th and the 9th house, Mercury and Mars squaring your 9th house in Aquarius. You know, we've got Venus and the Sun and Mercury going into Aquarius, which is a fellow air sign. And there's like this beautiful, calm vibe that I'm getting. And I started your reading a few times and I was like, I can't even do a reading because nothing is happening. Nothing is like going through. And I'm wondering if you guys aren't feeling this, like, can we just get it going already? Like, what's happening? It's all very quiet. It's all very crouching tiger, you know, just ready to pounce, waiting for you. And I think that February will be kind of calm, but near the end of February, things are going to really pick up. Now, I want you to pay attention to the Ace of Wands that comes out in the reading, because in the first part of the reading, I just kind of, okay, yes, Ace of Wands, here it is, da 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 da. But this month I'm doing comprehensive readings, and I'm going to be offering them on my website. So you can click the link down below. And this Ace of Wands comes out with 3 heavy hitters, and there's like some really deep content that comes along with that. So I think if for nothing else, just watch the comprehensive for that reason alone, because I think that this forward motion that you're like craving so much, but not like really waiting for, it's like, okay, you crave it, you want it, but you're just going to let it happen on its own. It's not just going to propel you into a few steps ahead. It's like totally launch padding you into this whole new direction. And that is something to be so excited about. So when I say in the title of the reading, what did I call it? The calm before the storm, ... of awesomeness, because there is awesomeness just there waiting for you. So don't get freaked out if nothing like really crazy is really happening, if you're like everything is just kind of easy. Lean into that easiness, because things are about to get really great, and you're going to kind of need this little rest to kind of build up that energy so you can take it full force as you move into March, okay? So I will leave you guys with that. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello Gemini, how are you? Welcome to your February reading. Thanks so much for being here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. The first card that came out was the Knight of Wands, okay, but it was reversed. And I haven't done the intro yet. I'm trying to do the intros after I do the reading, so the astrology is not biasing the cards so much. But I do feel kind of an eerily calm around you guys. And to be honest, and I may talk about this in the intro, but I have had a hard time reading for you guys. And for me, Gemini is always tough anyway. I have Chiron in Gemini, and, you know, I am a fellow Mercury-ruled sign. I'm a Virgo, so it's like there's kind of that weirdness there with your sign for me anyway. But this is feeling a little extra interesting. So let's go ahead and just keep pulling out cards. But Knight of Wands reversed, like there's not this huge sense of urgency. There's a very like lackadaisical, just kind of sauntering through. And when a Gemini goes through phases like this, I do feel like they're about to do something big, right? Like this is kind of like building up the pressure, and then all of a sudden it's going to release, and there's going to be all sorts of like amazing things coming to you, right? Like a whole new project, or a new job, or you're moving or something like that. But you guys are kind of just laying low. It's kind of what I feel like waiting until something sparks you. Something sparks your interest, sparks your desire to learn something new. You know, I'm not, whatever it is for you. Two of Swords. Yeah, so this is like that decision point, that decision moment. A lot of people say this is feeling like you're stuck at a crossroads, or you are faced with some kind of a decision. Yes, certainly a decision is imminent, but again, still that kind of crouching tiger type of energy. Let's wait, let's see, let's not overanalyze, let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's not jump to conclusions, let's just let things pan out as they need to pan out. Now, the thing with the Two of Swords is when it's in the upright position, I often do sense a lot of decisiveness, right? Where you already possess the truth, you already possess the knowledge of what needs to be done. It's just a matter of doing it. And with the Knight of Wands reversed, it does lend itself to that thing still needs to be done. You know, that whatever it is. Some of you may be kind of putting it off, right? Because now we have the Knight of Wands sort of running away from the Two of Swords. So some of you may be putting it off or avoiding it because maybe there's some reason why you don't want to do it. Okay, Page of Cups. This speaks very well, oh, an Ace of Wands coming out now too. Page of Cups speaks very well to communication is open, okay? Some of you may be hearing from people that owe you apologies, likely will be coming to the docket and saying, okay, hey, you know, I'm really sorry. I do feel that any apologies that come your way are sincere, okay? And they have a sincere intention behind them. But it's still like not everything that you probably are wanting to hear. Communication is sparse. See, we have at this moment in time, as I'm recording this reading, we have Mercury coming in contact with Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Mercury is not a super big fan of Capricorn, and Saturn is like king in this place, right? So your ruling planet kind of coming to the king of where it's at, and people are saying meaningful things. They mean what they say and they say what they mean. Right? And so I do feel that there's something that needs to be said, whether you're saying it or not. Someone at least is going to say what they need to say to you, right? And maybe that's something that will help you make some kind of a decision, because now with the Ace of Wands, we have that burst. We have that opportunity. I do see this as communication. I do see this as some travel. So if some of you guys are thinking of traveling or wanting to kind of do a little getaway or something like that, wait it out until you feel comfortable, because right now I'm not sensing that you're feeling very comfortable with the travel, but if you do need to, it will be okay, or if you do choose to do that. Ace of Wands is also about passion, it's about creativity, and there is a sense of enthusiasm coming through here. Even though this is reversed, this person is still very enthusiastic and optimistic about what's coming next. You know, so the Ace of Wands is promising in terms of, you know, those of you who are looking for new love. The Ace of Wands is promising in terms of turning a new leaf and, you know, forgive and forget, new reestablishment of connections, and also brand new ones. And there could be someone new in your sphere that is really wanting to come out, that's wanting to appear and to show themselves. So I will clarify those in the comprehensive that I talked about in the introduction. Okay, so we'll see also too what comes out for the rest of this reading. Okay, here we go. Four of Coins reversed. I know they look upright for you guys. I do have my camera backwards. Four of Coins reversed tells me that there's something that needs to be let go. Now, you, Gemini, I would say, of all the mutable signs, you're like the most mutable, right? The most flexible. The most able to just kind of pick up and move on. There's not a lot of like thinking, and there's not a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like festering. You're not known for really festering too much, right? Like if you got something to say, you're going to freaking say it. And so whatever it is that needs to be let go or released, maybe that is kind of what you're waiting to do. Maybe you're having a hard time releasing that stuff. For those of you who are concerned about money and financial situations, honestly, this Mercury and Saturn transit is great for money, right? It's like spend on what you need. You don't need to overexert yourself. Keep your money, hang close, you know, especially if you're trying to save for something like a down payment for a house or a car or something like that. There's many good energies around you for saving with that card coming out. Three of Swords, I apologize. Okay, so this may be why you're so calm. You are getting over something, you know? This seems less harsh than in most readings, I would think, because the cards around it are so lighthearted. For some of you, you might be a little bit afraid to fall in love. You might be afraid to kind of let this Ace of Wands in. You might be afraid to become vulnerable, you know, with these two cards here. You know, the Knight of Wands can often fall in love very, very quickly, but with these two both in reverse, it's kind of like, maybe I'm just going to take my time this time. Maybe I'm just going to wait until I know for sure that this is a good thing. I'm not going to get, you know, jump to conclusions or assumptions. I'm just going to play it day by day and not get married to any kind of end result. You know, Three of Swords, healing, cleansing though. This is cleansing. I don't know why I got this really weird picture of you guys like burning stuff, whether it's burning candles or burning incense. Maybe some of you need to burn, oh, sorry guys, let me turn my phone off. Maybe some of you need to burn memories or pictures or something like that, maybe in kind of even a weird ritualistic way. And I know that that might not really be your vibe, but just because making things, turning things to ash is purifying, it's cleansing, right? And I think that there is some cleansing that is needed here. We have the fire around it, so that's kind of why I don't know why that even came to my mind, it just did. But now might be a good time for that kind of stuff. If you have two separate situations in your life, you know, 1 and 2 situations, something new and promising and then something old that's lingering, there's no need to push yourself through what is old and lingering, all right? This will work itself out on its own, but certainly there's no need for you to completely reject the power of an Ace of Wands. The power of a new love, the power of a new project, the power of a new financial opportunity, okay? Because I feel that there's a spiritual element here. There's a spiritual act, right? Like, I was thinking about this today, it's so weird. I was thinking for me about travel, and I was just driving my car and I was like, you know, why do I love to travel so much? And, you know, I don't try to like identify like, oh, I'm a big traveler, you know, but it's more like a part of my life that I lay dormant for many, many years because I was running a business here. Like 8 years, I was working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day kind of thing. And travel is my spiritual act. It is the way that I reconnect. Even just sitting after a 20-hour flight in an airport, there is something very peaceful about that for me. And so for some of you, whatever your spiritual act is, it could be something like yoga or meditation. But for you, being Gemini, I feel that there's a knowledge and an education element there. Maybe it's very spiritual for you to read a book. It's very spiritual for you to connect with friends. It's very spiritual for you to be out and about. You know, even if it's just something simple, it is important for you to connect with those spiritual elements of your life and those activities where you feel really in the zone, because that's going to lend itself toward healing whatever this Three of Swords is, okay? Knight of Cups. Definitely someone wants to get in contact with you, right? I mean, definitely there's maybe likely a water sign, you know, maybe someone that's quite opposite from you. You know, Knight of Cups is a little more on the romantic side, the dreamy side, the fairy tale side. Someone that maybe is not the most logical, but is very, very creative and who has a lot of depth to them, depth to their spirit. They even could help you in a spiritual manner. Here we are talking about spiritual acts. Well, this is someone who's very, very good at that and who incorporates that into their everyday life. I think this is someone that does want you in their life. And they may even be a little bit annoying. We're getting like two, you know, hey, Gemini, come out and play, come have fun, come, you know, come, I want to see you, I want to see you. But if you don't feel ready, you know, there's no pressure there. And I think that they'll understand as long as you explain it to them. Like I said, say what you mean what you say with this Saturn transit with Mercury. So if you have something you want to say, just say it. This person is sensitive, so just say it gently and be kind, although I don't normally ever see Geminis being unkind, you know. Leave that to maybe another one of the air signs. But, you know, you guys are needed and you are wanted. And I will say that right now, we don't have a lot of activity in the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There's no planets there. Venus is about to come into Aquarius. So eventually, you know, Mercury will get there soon too. It's still not your sign, but it is an air sign at least. So with all the fight, with all the earth and water that we have going on, with all the stuff in Scorpio and Capricorn, you are operating out of your element here, and you are waiting for that ignition of passion, which is definitely coming for you. And that might have to do with this Venus coming into your fellow air sign Aquarius in the next few days. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. Let's see what else comes out. 10 of Pentacles is, oh, see, lovely, and the Sun. See, it's not even a dark reading at all. There's good things coming. There's a solid state of being. Whatever it is that you went through, right? It made you more whole, yada, yada, yada. I think that you are feeling more established. Hopefully, you're feeling that need to be in a safe environment. You're feeling that desire to be proud of what you've created, proud of your life, proud of your home, of your family, okay? And this person is definitely, they definitely have your back, right? Like they're definitely seeing you, looking at you, seeing what you're doing, and they're like, you know what, I see it, I get it, I know that they're still like going through this, but I'll be here. And they will be here. They're a very reliable person. So just be sure to not completely ignore them or completely cut off communication from them, because I don't see them being the one that has caused this. This is from someone or something else that has made you kind of in this reversal here. This could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, or it could be a new romantic partner coming in, okay? And the Sun. Look, it all works out. It all works out. It all comes together. It all eventually is the way it's supposed to be. You're on the right track. If you're feeling a little bit lost or feeling like things aren't taking hold, release yourself from the tyranny of fear, because there's no need for you to be fearful. Even if you do unleash something, or you unleash a new project, you unveil something of some sorts, and it doesn't just like completely go from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, right? Give it time, because it is what you're supposed to be doing, all right? It is your destiny, it is your path, and it's all going to be what it's supposed to be. This Sun sheds light on any of the energies here, even your reversal here on the 3 of Swords upright here. Queen of Wands came out for you too. She is, I don't know, you're coming out all fire. Let me grab a sip of coffee, hold on. I don't normally drink coffee. I've been really, really good about cutting it out of my diet. But this week, I've had so much work to do, not only with tarot, but with this, with tarot, but I'm developing this membership site, and I'm working really, really hard to make sure that's up and running by the time I launch these videos. And I just have needed coffee to just kind of get me out of the gate in the morning. And whoo, it's good for me to be doing your Gemini reading when I'm kind of feeling intensely in the zone, because with you guys, it's been a challenge the past few months for sure. And I feel like this is you. This is the powerhouse Gemini, right? The one that sort of dominates a specific area of their life. And she is a force to be reckoned with. She is an entrepreneur. She is confident. There's a lot of magnetism, and I feel that is you underneath the surface of what you're feeling. Be very careful to not down talk or downplay yourself. Don't downplay your intelligence. Don't downplay your approach to life. It is you. You are authentic. You are who you are. And underneath what you are showing the world right now is this fierceness. If I can do this with one hand here. Nope, can't do it. Okay. Is this fierceness of this queen underneath. You're showing the world this, but you're actually like that. Okay. Look at what you have the ability to create. Look at what you have the ability to have in your life. This is true wealth and prosperity. For many of you, it can be money, and I will clarify this card when I do the comprehensive reading, because what this means is going to be different for all of you. Some it is financial wealth, others of you it is family, others of you it is just having a comfortable life that's free of stress, so whatever that means for you. You have power of creation on your side. Judgment comes out. These go so well. Aces, all the aces and Judgment, they all go so well with Judgment, right? Because you're going to see sooner rather than later. You're going to see how this is all going to pan out. And you're going to see the end point sooner rather than later too. You're going to see it all kind of come full circle. And I genuinely believe that you have in your near future, you're being, what's the word, catapulted, right? And right, that's what it is, right? Like a slingshot, right? Where you pull the string back and then you let it go. Right now, the string is being pulled back. Or a roller coaster, right now you're on the upswing. You're going up slow, 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 slow. And then as soon as these two come in, it's going to be boom, let's go. And no one can stop a Gemini when they're on the roll. And you will be. Okay, hold on. One more card for you guys. Here we go. And the Six of Pentacles. Look at how many cards are coming up right for you. So much easy energy, Six of Coins is equality. It's giving. If you need something from someone, don't hesitate to ask. The universe is going to be very, very generous towards you this month. It is going to be very kind and giving. So your ability to manifest, even if you might be questioning your ability to manifest stuff, maybe it might behoove you to just do a test. I think I mentioned this in the last reading I did for Taurus. To test it, meaning wake up in the morning and say, today I'm going to manifest this thing. And whatever it is, I'm going to manifest a pearl. I'm going to manifest a grizzly bear. I'm going to manifest the Eiffel Tower, or, whatever. And just see how long it takes before that thing that you have chosen to manifest comes into your life. I actually did this for myself the other day. Yesterday I did it. I did it yesterday. And I said, today I'm going to manifest a cathedral, right? Why? Because why would that come into my life, right? I purposely stayed off social media because I was like, I don't want all the travel people that I, you know, that I follow to have, you know, the Duomo in Milan or something like that. I'm like, I'm going to manifest a cathedral. So I go throughout my day. I have a real job, so I go into the office just to kind of like touch base and see what's going on. And I'm helping them with addressing a few letters to send out to potential buyers in real estate. And 2 of the letters from 2 different states had the street name Cathedral as the name. And I was expecting, you know, the first time I was like, no, that's just coincidence. I don't accept it. I don't accept it, universe, because it's not good enough. So I was hoping for a picture of a cathedral or someone to talk about a cathedral. So I was like, I'm just going to do it again. And if it shows up again, then I'm good. And then I know that that's the universe. And I swear not 10 minutes later, there was a second address, totally different, that had the word cathedral in it. And I was like, okay, this is totally a sign. I have to talk about this in my tarot readings because it's a sign of our power to manifest things. Will it always come in the form that we think it will come? No. Was I expecting it would come in the form of writing letters and an address? No. I was expecting a picture of it on something or people talking about it. But the universe works in mysterious ways. But don't second guess the way I did. You know, oh no, that doesn't count, universe. I'm going to do it again. No, like it's going to give you a chance and you're going to need to take it and it's going to show you your true power. So don't poo-poo don't put down your power. Okay, to get what it is you want, because the universe really, really wants to give it to you. All right? So I'm going to leave you there, but join me on my website. The link is down below in the description box for the comprehensive that are free this month, so be sure to check them out. It's probably going to be another 20 minutes or so where I clarify a lot of these cards, all right, and whatever it is else that you need to know. All right, thank you guys so much, and if I don't see you on my site, then I will see you next month in March. Take care. Bye-bye.